What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about the Superman trailer. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think it looks good, okay? Based off of James Gunn, based off the trailer, I'm going to say this. I'm going to lead with this and saying either people are going to absolutely despise this movie, I mean hate it with a passion, or they're going to absolutely love and adore this movie. I think this movie is going to be very divisive. There is not going to be anyone who's like, meh. I think that it's very much people are gonna love it or they're gonna wanna just absolutely destroy the theaters. When it comes to this trailer, one thing I have to say, I love the John Williams theme, okay? That John Williams theme, and I know he's doing his own rendition of it, but that theme is Superman, okay? The fact that Snyder didn't have that in, Superman in any of his films, that is a travesty, okay? It's just a travesty. But when it comes to the trailer, the wheezing at first, that caught me off guard because I saw him and he was like, I know he was spitting up blood. He had a few nicks and a bruise on his neck, but it didn't look like he was like in that dire of a situation. So I'm assuming maybe it had something to do with kryptonite, possibly, because there was nothing physically or visibly there that, would lead me to believe that he'd be like, wheezing so heavy as he did. But nevertheless, I think it's, see him in this vulnerable state in the Yamcha pose. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. The man is a man of culture. I mean, starting off the film in the Yamcha pose is wild, okay? The trailer just, that's beautiful there. Crypto, the dog, I think they may sell me on him. We'll see. Like I said, I think he's a raggedy looking dog. That's just me. The dog looks like he's, dying of cancer or something. I'm not really a big fan of a dog like that, but we'll see. Maybe that's a reflection of, just the everyday man, okay? That he's not this, up and tight and ready person that, he's a little messy. And we can see that by his hair, his Clark Kent. He was raised on a farm. So I'm sure that's that aspect of why, James Gunn chose that dog. I'm sure there's some themes going on, but seeing the dog just in all this smoke, seeing how fast that he's coming, I view this as probably, a man and his dog, very much so. A man and his dog against the world, because I believe that in this film that he's been Superman for a while. I believe his parents are gone, possibly, and I think maybe those are cutbacks, and the only thing he has, connecting them is probably, crypto or whatnot. I'm just spitballing here. But the first thing that caught my attention before anything else was the color grading. Okay, bravo to whoever color graded this film, because it has color, all right? That's one thing that I will say that is just light years above Zack Snyder's, rendition of Superman in the Justice League, is that this has color. And one of the characters that you would expect to have color is Superman, right? You would expect it to be bright, his costume be bright red, the yellow, all of that. There's so many rich colors in there. It's great to see the blues, right? The blues, just having, I'm be honest with you, I didn't think I missed that S on the back of his cape until I saw it. And then it reminded me that Calville's S, there was no S on the back. It was just a red cape. But seeing that S on the back, it just ties in the costume, bro. It just ties it in, just seeing that, okay, that's Superman. Even with the little teaser that they did of him flying, I know people were trying to say that, Snyder, did that. Snyder, I mean, that's been done before. It was done with Christopher Reeves and whatnot and others before him. But I think the reason why I like that shot, even in the teaser trailer for the trailer, was that the cape wasn't blocking the view. It was a more intimate shot, and we got to see him moving. And his head, right, was leading the movement and everything. So from an animator's perspective, I liked that rendition of him flying as opposed to the cape being, in the back, seeing the cape. Now, I will say there are some great shots in Zack Snyder. But that one-to-one that people were comparing on Twitter, I prefer James Gunn's rendition. But what sold me on this film, and maybe that's, I'm speaking too liberally, but what sold me on the trailer is him saving the little girl. When the music comes in and he goes, right? It's beautiful, bro. The pose, from an animator's perspective, that entire scene is amazing. Him coming in, because he's going in super speed and he's pushing her head down so she doesn't, get hurt by, the debris that's going, that this giant monster has stomped down on, and just everything, the cape flowing. Just that as an animator is just, the chef's kiss with the swelling of the music in the background. Just really great stuff. Okay, really great stuff. And speaking of animation, I'm gonna say it, but if you're looking to get into the animation industry and you don't know where to begin, my book, okay, 4 Proven Ways to Get Your First Animation Job, I think it will be a great benefit to you 100%. It goes over the 4 proven ways that I did to get every single animation job that I've gotten, in addition to case studies, real life accounts of what I did and what transpired after, and give you, some tips and tricks that you can implement on your own. So 4 proven ways to get your first animation job. Check it out and support the channel. Now, back to the trailer. Everything after that shot was kind of distant memory, to be honest with you. I just don't care. I think I saw that one shot, I'm like, okay, I'm good, I'm sold, we're good. That's all I need. I don't like Gardner, I'm sorry. I know people are like, that's how he looks in the comics. Listen, if you want a comic accurate Justice League, there's one out there. I don't think you're gonna like it, okay? So we have to, as fans, understand that yes, the comics are the comics, and there's a difference between adapting what's on the pages of the comics to the big screen for a bigger audience that may not know these characters. I understand he looks goofy because he's supposed to be goofy. I get it. I know the character. But at the end of the day, I would have loved maybe if they could have given him a fade, right? Because I know he's gonna have to have the bob cut. But in some of the renditions, he has a fade, right? So it's a fade and then the bob cut. It's not all just one. It looks like a wig. That's what it looks like, and I'm sure it probably is. But it's not supposed to look like a wig. Okay, that's a crazy lineup that they have him. It's all crooked and everything. It's crazy. Okay, absolutely crazy. Now, can Nathan sell us on this character? 100%, and he's gonna have to, okay? Because that, just seeing him looks goofy, okay?
Brother,
Hawkgirl, I'm whatever about Hawkgirl. I'm not a big fan of her costume. I think it's really busy with the orange and the orange stripes and everything. I think it just looks busy, and then in the shots of her walking, I think it looks cheap. That's just me. It looks cheap. I think the CG of Hawkgirl looks better than the actual thing. I think that's a wild statement, but that's what I genuinely feel. I think it looks better than the actual actor. We'll see what's going on with her. I know there's a Metamorpho or whatnot, one of the characters. I'm not really that into the DC Superman lore. I know the basics, but Lex Luthor is Lex Luthor, okay? I mean, we'll see what they do with Lex Luthor. I'm not a giant fan of the actor. I know him from Beast. That's all I know him from. But other than that, I'm like, okay, I will see what he does with the part. Superman, this is honestly probably the first time in a while that I would argue that I can buy people not knowing that this is Superman. I can buy that, right? With the curly hair in the front and his, the glasses and his mannerisms of being shy and all this, I can buy how people were like, what? There's no way that Clark Kent is Superman. I can buy that. Overall, I think like I said, I think it may be a giant hit or maybe a giant miss. I think with the giant monster and all of that, okay, I mean, sure, I don't know what the giant monster is doing. Other characters in the film, they're okay. I'm not, fully sold on them. I think there's a lot of heavy work, and I think that's one of the issues that I may have with the film, that it may be too convoluted, right? And I understand that they've been these characters for a minute, but the audience isn't aware of these characters, right? This is the first time we've come across many of these characters, and I don't know how well fleshed out James Gunn is going to make them in the limited amount of time that they have. I think the movie runs at 2.5 hours. So we'll see. We'll see, man. I'm excited for the possibility, for the potential that the film has based off the trailer. I was sold in that one shot of him saving the little girl. Everything else, I just wrote off because I don't know who these people are. I'm not gonna try and figure out who these people are. I'm gonna let the film do what the film is supposed to do, okay? But that's my take. That's the video. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about the film, the trailer. Whether you think it's gonna be good, whether you think it's gonna be bad, or whether you think it's Luke, it's gonna be mid. It is aggressively mid, and I don't think it's gonna do that well. Either or, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and until next time, guys, keep animating.